How to reinvent yourself. Introduction. Imagine waking up every day, not just to live, but to thrive, stepping into a reality that is entirely of your own creation. No more feeling stuck in an identity that no longer serves you. No more following a path that was never truly yours. What if I told you that the power to redefine your life, to break free from limitations, and to step into the most powerful version of yourself is just one decision away? This is How to Reinvent Yourself, a masterclass in transformation that goes beyond surface-level change. This is about reconstructing your mindset, rewriting your narrative, and reshaping your destiny. Here, you won't just adapt to change, you will command it. You will learn how to unearth hidden passions, dismantle self-imposed barriers, and craft a life that reflects your highest potential. Reinvention is not just about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering the strongest, most unstoppable version of who you were always meant to be. It's about shedding the past that no longer defines you and stepping boldly into a future that does. You are not bound by your mistakes, your past choices, or the expectations of others. You are an evolving masterpiece, capable of transformation beyond what you've ever imagined. The world around you is constantly changing. Why shouldn't you? So, if you're ready to step beyond fear, beyond doubt, and into a world of endless possibilities, let's begin. The journey to your new life starts now. Chapter 1. Unearth your hidden passions. Life has a way of burying our deepest passions under layers of routine, responsibilities, and societal expectations. As children, we are naturally drawn to activities that excite us, things that make us lose track of time and fill us with pure joy. But as we grow older, the pressures of school, work, family, and financial obligations often push these passions to the side. Many of us forget what once made us feel alive, replacing curiosity and excitement with practicality and routine. This chapter is about reclaiming that lost spark. It's about rediscovering what truly excites you, what makes you feel fulfilled, and what you would do even if no one paid you for it. Finding your hidden passions isn't just about hobbies or interests. It's about connecting with the essence of who you are. Passion fuels purpose, and purpose leads to a life of meaning and satisfaction. To begin, take a moment to reflect on your childhood. What activities made you feel the happiest when you were younger? Did you love drawing, writing stories, solving puzzles, exploring nature, or playing music? These early interests often hold clues to what still excites us deep inside. Next, consider your present life. Are there moments when you feel particularly energized, engaged, or deeply satisfied? Maybe it's when you're helping others, building something from scratch, or expressing yourself through art or words. Pay attention to what makes you feel alive, because these emotions are signals pointing toward your true passions. In this chapter, you'll go through a series of powerful exercises and thought-provoking questions to uncover your passions. You'll reflect on the times you've felt most fulfilled, identify patterns in what excites you, and explore new experiences to reignite your inner spark. You'll also learn how to overcome the fear and doubt that often block people from pursuing what they truly love. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clearer understanding of what drives you and how to integrate those passions into your life. Whether it's in your career, your personal growth, or your daily routines, you'll learn how to make your passions a core part of your journey to reinvention. Because the truth is, your passions never really disappeared. They've just been waiting for you to find them again. And now is the time to unearth them and bring them back to life. Chapter 2. Crafting your vision. Blueprint. Reinventing yourself begins with having a clear and compelling vision of who you want to become. Without a vision, it's easy to feel lost, directionless, or stuck in the same repetitive cycles. A well-crafted vision blueprint serves as your personal roadmap, guiding you toward the life you truly desire. It provides clarity, motivation, and purpose, helping you make intentional choices rather than reacting to circumstances. To craft your vision blueprint, you must first define the new version of yourself. This isn't just about setting goals, it's about deeply understanding the kind of life you want to create. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Where are you? What are you doing? How do you feel? What kind of work excites you? What type of people are in your life? These questions help you construct a detailed picture of your future self, making your vision more tangible and achievable. One of the most powerful ways to solidify your vision is to write it down in vivid detail. Describe your ideal day from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. What kind of environment surrounds you? What routines have you adopted? How do you carry yourself? The clearer and more specific your vision, the more real it becomes in your mind. This practice not only fuels motivation, but also activates your subconscious mind, making you naturally drawn toward opportunities that align with your vision. A vision alone is not enough. It needs a structured plan to turn it into reality. This is where reverse engineering your goals comes into play. Break down your long-term vision into small, actionable steps. If your vision includes becoming a successful entrepreneur, what are the first skills you need to develop? If you want to be healthier and more energetic, what daily habits must you change? By breaking your vision into manageable milestones, you make the process of transformation less overwhelming and more achievable. Equally important is aligning your environment with your vision. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, and the habits you develop should all reinforce the person you are becoming. Eliminate distractions that pull you away from your vision, and instead, immerse yourself in things that push you closer to it. This means choosing relationships, books, mentors, and even social media content that inspire and support your reinvention. Your vision blueprint should not be rigid. It should be adaptable as you grow. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes your desires and circumstances will shift. Regularly revisit your vision, refine it when necessary, and ensure it still excites and motivates you. Keep a journal where you track your progress and reflect on your journey. By doing so, you stay connected to your transformation and continue moving forward with confidence. At the heart of reinvention is the belief that you have the power to design your life. Your vision is not just a dream, it's a destination you are actively working towards. And with a clear blueprint, you'll find yourself not just hoping for change, but actually creating it. Chapter 3. Breaking the Chains of Old Habits. One of the biggest barriers to reinventing yourself is being trapped in the cycle of old habits. The actions and thought patterns that once served you may now be holding you back from growth. Many people attempt change, only to fall back into familiar routines, wondering why transformation seems so difficult. The truth is, habits shape your identity more than you realize. Your daily behaviors are like an invisible force, directing your life either toward progress or stagnation. If you want to reinvent yourself, you must first break free from the habits that no longer serve you. Habits are formed through repetition and reinforcement. Over time, your brain wires itself to repeat certain behaviors because they provide some form of comfort or reward. This is why bad habits, like procrastination, negative self-talk, unhealthy eating, or wasting time on distractions, are so hard to break. Your brain has linked them to instant gratification, even if they ultimately lead to regret and dissatisfaction. To break these habits, you need to identify their triggers. Every habit follows a cycle: cue to routine to reward. The cue is what triggers the behavior, the routine is the habit itself, and the reward is the feeling or benefit you get from it. For example, if you constantly check your phone when you're bored, the cue is boredom, the routine is scrolling on social media, and the reward is temporary entertainment or escape. Understanding this cycle allows you to disrupt it and replace the routine with something more productive. One powerful method to break bad habits is habit substitution. Instead of trying to stop a habit outright, replace it with a new, positive action that fulfills the same need. For example, if stress makes you overeat, replace the habit of emotional eating with deep breathing exercises, stretching, or journaling. Your brain still gets a sense of relief, but in a way that supports your reinvention. Another key strategy is creating friction between you and your old habits. Make it harder to engage in behaviors that hold you back. If you want to stop watching too much TV, unplug it or place the remote in another room. If you want to reduce social media usage, delete apps from your phone or set strict time limits. The more obstacles you place between yourself and a bad habit, the easier it becomes to break. Equally important is building new, empowering habits that align with your vision. Instead of focusing on what you're trying to stop, focus on what you're trying to start. Habits like reading, exercising, practicing gratitude, or waking up early can transform your mindset and energy. Start small. Committing just 5 minutes a day to a new habit can create momentum. Over time, these small changes compound into massive transformation. Be patient and forgiving with yourself. Breaking old habits is not about perfection, but progress. You may slip up occasionally, but what matters is getting back on track quickly. Track your progress, celebrate small victories, and remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. Reinvention is not just about becoming someone new, it's about freeing yourself from who you no longer want to be. When you break the chains of old habits, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Every habit you change is a step closer to the best version of yourself. Chapter 4: Building Resilience for the Road Ahead. Reinventing yourself is an exciting journey, but it's not always easy. Change brings uncertainty, challenges, and moments of doubt. Many people start with enthusiasm, only to give up when they face setbacks. The key to lasting transformation isn't just having a vision. It's developing resilience, the ability to keep moving forward no matter what obstacles arise. Reinvention is not a single event. It's a process that requires mental strength, adaptability, and an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome adversity. Resilience begins with embracing discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, and every transformation demands a period of discomfort. Whether it's starting a new career, adopting healthier habits, or changing your mindset, there will be moments of struggle. Instead of resisting discomfort, see it as a sign that you're growing. Train yourself to lean into challenges rather than avoiding them. The more you push through discomfort, the stronger and more adaptable you become. A crucial aspect of resilience is developing a powerful mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality, and if you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard," you're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, rewire your inner dialogue with empowering beliefs. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this challenge make me stronger?" By shifting your perspective, you turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. Another key to resilience is learning to manage setbacks effectively. No matter how well you plan your reinvention, there will be moments when things don't go as expected. Maybe a business idea fails, a habit takes longer to develop, or you face criticism from others. Instead of seeing setbacks as signs of failure, view them as feedback. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. The people who succeed in reinventing themselves are not the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to quit. Your emotional resilience also plays a major role in reinvention. Stress, fear, and self-doubt can derail your progress if you don't learn how to regulate them. Practices like meditation, journaling, deep breathing, and mindfulness can help you stay calm and focused. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment, friends, mentors, or even books and podcasts that inspire you can keep you motivated when times get tough. Resilience also requires taking care of your physical well-being. Your mind and body are deeply connected, and if you neglect your health, your ability to handle stress and challenges will suffer. Prioritize good sleep, nutrition, and exercise to keep your energy levels high. A strong body fuels a strong mind, making you more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Remind yourself why you started this journey. Write down your reasons for reinventing yourself and keep them somewhere visible. When you feel like giving up, revisit your vision and remember how far you've come. Your transformation won't happen overnight, but with resilience, every setback will become a stepping stone toward the person you're meant to become. Reinvention is not for the weak-hearted. It's for those who are willing to persist through challenges, adapt to change, and refuse to settle for anything less than their full potential. The road ahead may not always be smooth, but by building resilience, you ensure that nothing can stop you from reaching your new and improved self. Chapter 5. The Power of Social Sculpting. One of the most overlooked yet crucial aspects of reinventing yourself is reshaping your environment, especially the people you surround yourself with. Who you interact with daily, whose opinions you listen to, and what kind of energy you absorb all play a significant role in shaping your thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. Just as a sculptor carefully carves and molds a piece of clay to create a masterpiece, you have the power to intentionally design your social world to reflect the person you are becoming. This process is known as social sculpting, and it can determine whether your reinvention thrives or crumbles under the weight of old influences. The people in your life can either inspire and elevate you, or drain your energy and keep you trapped in the past. Many of our habits, thought patterns, and even our ambitions are influenced by the company we keep. If you are constantly surrounded by individuals who complain, resist change, or discourage your growth, it becomes significantly harder to break free from your old identity. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, support your reinvention, and encourage you to think bigger, your transformation becomes much smoother and more powerful. To start social sculpting, the first step is to evaluate your current circle. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend the most time with? Do these individuals align with my vision for my new self? Do they encourage my growth, or do they hold me back? How do I feel after interacting with them? Motivated and energized, or drained and uninspired? These questions will help you determine whether your social environment is supporting your reinvention or stalling it. It's important to note that not everyone in your life needs to be cut off, but boundaries must be set to protect your progress. If there are people in your life who constantly bring negativity, doubt, or resistance, consider limiting your exposure to them while redirecting your focus toward those who uplift and inspire you. Next, Begin actively seeking out high-quality connections. Look for individuals who embody the qualities and mindset you aspire to develop. This could be through networking events, joining mentorship programs, engaging in online communities, or even reaching out to like-minded individuals on social media. You don't need to immediately become best friends with these people, but being in their presence, whether through direct conversations, reading their books, or following their content, will start reshaping your mindset and habits. Another critical part of social sculpting is finding mentors and role models. A mentor doesn't have to be someone you know personally. They can be authors, speakers, entrepreneurs, or thinkers whose work you admire. Study their lives, absorb their lessons, and integrate their wisdom into your own journey. If possible, seek guidance from people who have already walked the path you want to take. Learning from their experiences can fast-track your reinvention and help you avoid common mistakes. At the same time, be mindful of the energy you bring into social spaces. Reinvention is not just about seeking the right people. It's about becoming the kind of person that attracts the right people. Are you someone who uplifts others, shares knowledge, and encourages growth? Or do you unintentionally bring negativity, self-doubt, or passivity into your conversations? The energy you put out into the world will shape the kind of individuals you attract. Social sculpting also involves creating an environment that reinforces your transformation. This includes the media you consume, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and even the physical spaces you spend time in. If your surroundings don't support your reinvention, they will work against it. Design your life in a way that constantly reminds you of your vision, whether it's by filling your space with books that inspire you, setting up a workspace that motivates productivity, or limiting exposure to toxic content that breeds negativity. Remember that social sculpting is an ongoing process. As you continue to grow, your circle may change, and that's okay. Some relationships may naturally fade, while new ones will emerge that align with your evolution. Your journey of reinvention will require courage to let go of past influences and intentionality to seek out connections that push you forward. You are not just passively shaped by the people around you. You have the power to consciously shape your social world in a way that supports your highest potential. By sculpting your social environment with intention, you create a space where your new self can thrive, evolve, and reach new heights. Chapter 6. Mastering the Art of Self-Presentation. Reinvention is not just about changing how you think or what you do. It's also about how you present yourself to the world. The way you communicate, the energy you bring into a room, your body language, and even the way you dress, all play a crucial role in shaping how others perceive you, and, more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Self-presentation is not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about aligning your external expression with the person you are becoming. Many people underestimate the power of self-presentation. They believe that if they work hard in silence, eventually people will notice. But the truth is, how you present yourself dictates the opportunities that come your way. If you want to reinvent yourself into a more confident, successful, and influential person, you must start embodying that version of yourself today. One of the most powerful aspects of self-presentation is body language. Before you even speak a word, your posture, facial expressions, and the way you carry yourself communicate volumes. Confident people stand tall, maintain eye contact, and move with purpose. If you slouch, avoid eye contact, or make yourself appear small, you're subconsciously signaling insecurity, not just to others, but to yourself as well. Research has shown that adopting strong, open body language can actually rewire your brain to feel more confident. Practice standing straight, keeping your shoulders relaxed, and maintaining an open stance. The way you hold yourself physically can have a profound impact on how you feel mentally. Another crucial part of self-presentation is the way you speak. Your tone of voice, pace, and choice of words influence how people respond to you. If you want to be seen as someone who is self-assured and capable, practice speaking clearly, deliberately, and with conviction. Avoid filler words like like, and you know, as they can make you seem uncertain. Instead, take your time when speaking, pause for emphasis, and articulate your thoughts with clarity. When you sound confident, people will naturally take you more seriously. Your self-presentation also extends to the way you dress. Whether you like it or not, people make snap judgments based on appearance. This doesn't mean you have to wear expensive clothes or follow every fashion trend. It means dressing in a way that aligns with the person you want to be. If you want to be seen as a leader, dress in a way that commands respect. If you want to reinvent yourself as a creative, express that through your style. Your clothing should reflect your personality, ambition, and attention to detail. The simple act of dressing well can boost your confidence and make you feel more in control of your life. Beyond physical appearance, your digital presence is another form of self-presentation. In today's world, your online identity often speaks before you do. What do your social media profiles say about you? Are they aligned with the new version of yourself? Or are they filled with outdated images and ideas that no longer represent who you are becoming? Take time to curate your online presence. Clean up old posts that don't serve your new identity. Update your bio and start sharing content that reflects your growth and vision. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a creative, or someone looking to advance in your career, having a strong and intentional digital presence can open new doors. Another key aspect of self-presentation is how you interact with others. People remember how you make them feel, so being mindful of your energy and attitude is crucial. Do you bring positivity into conversations? Do you listen actively and show genuine interest in others? Small shifts, like smiling more, using people's names, and expressing gratitude, can make a huge impact on how others perceive you. People are drawn to those who make them feel valued and inspired. Self-presentation isn't about faking confidence. It's about becoming the person you aspire to be, inside and out. The more you practice presenting yourself as your highest self, the more natural it will feel. Eventually, it won't be an act. It will simply be who you are. Self-presentation is about taking control of your narrative. You are constantly telling a story about yourself through your words, actions, and appearance. Make sure it's a story that reflects your growth, ambition, and potential. Because when you master the art of self-presentation, you don't just change how others see you, you change how you see yourself, and that transformation is the foundation of lasting reinvention. Chapter 7. Reflect, Revise, and Recharge. Reinvention is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process of growth, refinement, and evolution. You don't simply wake up one day as a completely transformed person. Rather, you become the person you aspire to be through small, intentional changes over time. But without consistent reflection, revision, and recharging, even the best efforts can lose momentum. This final chapter is about ensuring that your transformation is not temporary, but a lifelong journey of becoming the best version of yourself. One of the most critical aspects of sustained reinvention is reflection. You cannot improve what you don't analyze. Take time regularly, whether it's weekly, monthly, or quarterly, to evaluate your progress. Ask yourself, am I moving closer to the person I want to become? What habits and behaviors are helping me grow, and which ones are holding me back? Have I been consistent with the changes I committed to? What new challenges or obstacles have emerged, and how am I handling them? Journaling is an incredibly powerful tool for reflection. Writing down your thoughts, progress, struggles, and breakthroughs allows you to track your growth over time. When you feel stuck or discouraged, revisiting past journal entries can remind you of how far you've come and help you realign with your vision. Equally important is revising your approach when necessary. Reinvention is not about rigidly following a fixed plan. It's about adapting to new insights, opportunities, and challenges. Many people fail to evolve because they become too attached to their original plan, even when it's no longer effective. Flexibility is key. If something isn't working, be willing to change it. For example, if a new habit isn't sticking, maybe the problem isn't lack of discipline, but an ineffective method. If you struggle with waking up early, perhaps you need a better nighttime routine instead of just setting more alarms. If your fitness goals aren't progressing, maybe a different workout style would be more engaging. The ability to assess, adjust, and optimize ensures that you don't just make changes, you make changes that last. But reflection and revision are not enough if you don't recharge your mind, body, and spirit. One of the biggest reasons people fail to sustain their transformation is burnout. Reinvention requires energy, mental clarity, and emotional resilience, all of which diminish if you don't take care of yourself. Recharging means prioritizing rest, joy, and self-care. It's about allowing yourself to pause without guilt so that you can return stronger. This could be through meditation, nature walks, exercise, quality sleep, or even just moments of solitude to clear your mind. Growth happens in cycles. There are times for action and times for restoration. Knowing when to push forward and when to step back is crucial for long-term success. Another powerful way to recharge is through celebration and gratitude. Many people are so focused on the next goal that they forget to appreciate how much they've already accomplished. Take time to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. Celebrating small wins reinforces positive change and builds momentum. Surrounding yourself with inspiration is also a key part of staying energized. Keep learning, stay curious, and immerse yourself in environments that fuel your transformation. Read books, listen to podcasts, engage with mentors, and connect with like-minded people who remind you of your potential. The energy you absorb daily affects the energy you bring to your own reinvention. The journey of reinvention never truly ends. You are always evolving, always growing, always becoming. The key is to embrace the process, remain adaptable, and keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Reinvention is not about perfection, it's about progress, persistence, and purpose. As you reflect, revise, and recharge, remember, you are not just changing your habits or appearance, you are reshaping your entire identity. And every single day, you have the power to continue crafting the most extraordinary version of yourself. Chapter 8. Embodying your new identity. Reinvention is not just about setting goals, changing habits, or improving your mindset. It's about fully becoming the person you envision. Many people make changes in their lives, but still feel like imposters in their new reality. They lose weight, but still see themselves as overweight, start a new business but doubt their success, or improve their confidence, but still feel like the insecure version of themselves deep inside. Why? Because true transformation isn't just external. It happens when you embody your new identity at the deepest level. Your identity is the foundation of everything you do. It dictates how you think, how you act, and how you respond to the world. If you don't shift your identity, your old self will always pull you back to familiar behaviors. This is why so many people relapse into their old patterns. They try to change their actions without changing the way they see themselves. Real reinvention happens when you stop seeing yourself as someone who is trying to change and instead fully step into your new identity. To embody your new self, the first step is to align your beliefs with your vision. If you want to reinvent yourself as a confident and successful person, you must start believing you already are. This doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means training your mind to accept your new reality. Instead of saying, "I hope I become confident," say, "I am confident." Instead of thinking, "I'm trying to be disciplined," say, "I am disciplined." Your brain responds to identity-based statements. The more you affirm your new identity, the more your actions will naturally align with it. Another powerful technique is acting as if you are already the person you want to become. This doesn't mean faking it. It means embodying the behaviors, mindset, and energy of your future self right now. If you want to be an author, don't wait until you've published a book. Start writing daily and introduce yourself as a writer. If you want to be successful in business, start carrying yourself with the confidence of an entrepreneur today. Your brain doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. When you act as if, your subconscious begins to accept it as truth. Your environment also plays a crucial role in solidifying your new identity. If you surround yourself with reminders of your old self, you will subconsciously revert to past behaviors. Make your environment reflect your transformation. Change your wardrobe, declutter your space, update your social media presence, or even adjust your daily routines to fit the lifestyle of your new identity. These physical changes reinforce the mental shift you are making. Another key factor in embodying your reinvention is letting go of past labels. Many of us hold on to identities that no longer serve us. Labels like shy, lazy, unlucky, or not good enough. These labels become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you keep calling yourself bad at relationships or someone who always procrastinates, you will continue to live out those patterns. Instead, rewrite your story. Replace limiting labels with empowering ones that reflect your growth. You are not who you used to be. You are who you choose to become. One of the biggest challenges in embodying a new identity is dealing with the reactions of others. Some people may resist your transformation because they are used to the old version of you. They might question your changes, criticize your growth, or try to pull you back into past behaviors. This is normal. Humans are wired to keep things familiar, so when someone changes, it disrupts the dynamic. The key is to stand firm in your new identity and not let others' doubts shake your belief in yourself. Over time, people will either accept the new you or fade out of your life. Either way, it's a natural part of transformation. The most important part of embodying your new self is consistent action. Identity is reinforced through repetition. The more you live as your new self, the more natural it becomes. This doesn't mean you won't have moments of doubt or slip into old patterns occasionally. But every time you choose to act in alignment with your new identity, you strengthen it. Over time, your reinvention becomes effortless, not because you're trying to be someone new, but because you truly are that person now. Reinvention is not just about change, it's about becoming. And when you fully embrace your new identity, there is no turning back. You don't just act differently, you are different. You have stepped into the next level of your life, and the world will respond accordingly. Chapter 9. The Art of Sustaining Transformation. Reinvention is not just about making changes, it's about making those changes stick. Many people start their transformation journey with enthusiasm, only to find themselves slipping back into old habits, mindsets, and routines over time. True reinvention isn't just about achieving temporary success. It's about sustaining your new self for life. The most powerful transformations are the ones that become permanent parts of who you are, not just phases you go through. The first key to sustaining transformation is reinforcement through identity. People often fail to maintain their reinvention because they still see their old self as their default identity. If you constantly view yourself as someone who struggles with discipline or someone who always procrastinates, you will subconsciously revert to those patterns even after months of progress. To truly sustain change, you must internalize your new identity. Instead of thinking, "I'm trying to be more confident," tell yourself, "I am confident." Instead of saying, "I'm working on being healthy," say, "I am a healthy person." When your transformation becomes part of how you define yourself, maintaining it becomes second nature. Another critical element is repetition and consistency. New habits and behaviors don't become permanent overnight. Neuroscience shows that lasting change happens through repeated actions over time. Just like a muscle that strengthens with regular exercise, your new behaviors need consistent reinforcement. This means committing to your new habits daily, no matter how small the effort may seem. The key isn't perfection, but persistence. Even if you miss a day or have a setback, the most important thing is not stopping altogether. The longer you stick with a new identity, the harder it becomes to return to your old self. But consistency alone isn't enough. You also need purpose-driven motivation. Many people lose momentum in their reinvention journey because they forget why they started in the first place. Your motivation must go beyond surface-level desires like, "I want to make more money," or "I want to look better." Instead, tie your transformation to something deeply meaningful. Ask yourself, how does this reinvention improve my life in the long run? How does it impact the people around me? What greater purpose does this transformation serve? When your reinvention is fueled by a strong emotional connection to a bigger purpose, it becomes easier to sustain, even when motivation fades. Another key factor in long-term transformation is self-awareness and adaptability. No transformation happens in a straight line. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and unexpected obstacles. The ability to adjust and refine your approach is crucial. Regularly check in with yourself. Are your current strategies working? Do you need to modify your routines? Are you still aligned with your vision? If something isn't working, don't abandon your transformation. Adjust it. Adaptability ensures that you stay on course, even when life throws challenges your way. In addition to self-reflection, accountability and community play a major role in sustaining change. Many people struggle to maintain their transformation because they are trying to do it alone. Surrounding yourself with the right people, whether through mentors, like-minded friends, or personal development groups, can keep you on track. Accountability partners help reinforce your progress, remind you of your commitment, and push you forward when you feel like giving up. Your environment also plays a significant role in maintaining transformation. If you're trying to change your mindset, but constantly surround yourself with negativity, it will be difficult to stay on track. If you're trying to adopt a healthy lifestyle but keep junk food within reach, old habits will creep back in. Structure your environment for success. Design your surroundings in a way that makes it easier to sustain your new behaviors rather than fall back into old ones. One of the most powerful tools for sustaining reinvention is celebrating progress and adjusting expectations. Many people give up because they feel like they're not progressing fast enough. But transformation is not a race. It's a lifelong commitment to self-improvement. Instead of focusing only on the big milestones, celebrate small wins along the way. Recognize every step forward, no matter how small, and remind yourself that consistency over time leads to extraordinary results. Sustaining reinvention requires intention, discipline, and a commitment to lifelong growth. It's not about reaching a final destination, but continuously evolving into the best version of yourself. You are not the person you were yesterday, and you won't be the same person a year from now. Reinvention is a continuous process, and as long as you keep moving forward, your transformation will not just last, it will define the rest of your life. Chapter 10. Becoming the architect of your future. Reinvention is not just about changing who you are today, it's about taking full control of your future. Too often, people go through life reacting to circumstances rather than actively shaping their destiny. They let past experiences, societal expectations, and external influences dictate who they become. But true reinvention is about stepping into the role of the architect of your own life, consciously designing your future with intention, purpose, and vision. Many people feel stuck because they believe their future is determined by their past. They tell themselves, "This is just who I am," or "It's too late to change." But the reality is, your past does not define you. Your choices do. The moment you decide to take control, you begin to shift the trajectory of your life. Every great transformation starts with the realization that you are not a passive observer in your own story. You are the creator. To truly reinvent yourself, you must develop the mindset of an architect. Architects don't build without a blueprint. They design every detail before they start construction. Similarly, you must design your future before you start building it. This means getting crystal clear on what you want your life to look like, not just in one area, but in all aspects. Who do you want to become? What kind of work excites and fulfills you? What kind of relationships do you want in your life? What level of health, happiness, and peace do you aspire to? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Most people never take the time to truly define their future. They drift through life hoping for success, happiness, and fulfillment, but without a clear vision, they remain stuck in cycles of uncertainty. Clarity is power. When you know exactly what you want, you can make decisions that align with that vision. Without clarity, you risk living a life that others designed for you. But vision alone is not enough. You must also take intentional action. Dreaming about the future will not bring it to life. You must reverse engineer your goals by breaking them down into actionable steps. For example, if you want to transition into a new career, start by acquiring the necessary skills, networking with the right people, and creating a transition plan. If you want to become more disciplined, establish daily habits that reinforce that identity. Every small action compounds over time and brings you closer to the future you want to create. Another crucial part of designing your future is eliminating limiting beliefs. Many people fail to reinvent themselves because they are trapped by self-imposed mental barriers. Thoughts like, "I'm not smart enough," "I don't have the resources," or "I'm too old to change," keep them stuck in place. These are not truths. They are just outdated beliefs that must be rewritten. Instead of telling yourself why you can't, start asking, "How can I make this happen?" Every great success story begins with someone who refused to accept limitations. Equally important is embracing uncertainty and adaptability. No matter how well you plan your future, unexpected challenges will arise. Many people abandon their reinvention because they fear the unknown. But the truth is, uncertainty is a sign of growth. It means you are stepping into new territory. Instead of resisting it, learn to trust yourself. You may not have all the answers now, but as long as you keep moving forward, you will figure things out along the way. The key is to remain adaptable while staying committed to your vision. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is also essential in shaping your future. You cannot build a new life while staying in environments that reinforce your old self. Seek out mentors, books, courses, and communities that push you toward growth. Be mindful of the conversations you engage in, the media you consume, and the habits you cultivate, because all of these things shape your mindset and, ultimately, your future. To truly become the architect of your future, you must take full responsibility for your life. No more blaming external circumstances, waiting for the right moment, or expecting someone else to save you. Your future is entirely in your hands. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you can take action. The people who achieve the most profound reinventions are not the ones with perfect circumstances. They are the ones who refuse to make excuses and take control of their destiny. Reinvention is not just about self-improvement. It's about self-mastery. It's about making a conscious decision to live with purpose, passion, and power. The future you desire is not a distant dream. It is a reality waiting to be built. And as the architect of your life, you have all the tools to create something extraordinary. Start designing, start building, and most importantly, start becoming. Chapter 11. Overcoming Resistance and Self-Sabotage. Reinvention is an exciting journey, but it is also one filled with internal resistance. Even when we deeply desire change, there is often a part of us that holds back, clings to old patterns, or sabotages our progress without us even realizing it. This chapter is about understanding why resistance happens, recognizing self-sabotaging behaviors, and learning how to break free from them so you can fully embrace your transformation. Resistance comes in many forms: fear of failure, fear of success, self-doubt, procrastination, perfectionism, and even external pressure from others. These are not random obstacles. They are deeply ingrained patterns rooted in your subconscious mind, often shaped by past experiences, childhood conditioning, and societal programming. If left unchecked, they can prevent you from fully stepping into your new identity. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with reinvention is the fear of the unknown. Change is uncomfortable because it forces you to step away from what is familiar. Even if your current situation is not ideal, it is still what you know, and the human brain craves familiarity and security. This is why so many people stay stuck in jobs they hate, relationships that no longer serve them, or lifestyles that drain them. The fear of uncertainty keeps them in place, even when they know they deserve better. To overcome this, you must retrain your brain to see the unknown as an opportunity rather than a threat. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" start asking, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" Instead of thinking, "I don't know what will happen," remind yourself, "That's exactly why this is exciting. Anything is possible." The key to pushing through resistance is shifting your focus from fear to possibility. Another common form of resistance is self-doubt. Many people struggle with thoughts like, "Am I really capable of this? Who am I to make such a big change?" Or, "What if I'm not good enough?" This voice of doubt is not your truth. It is a reflection of past conditioning, negative experiences, or external influences that have planted seeds of insecurity in your mind. The best way to combat self-doubt is to take action despite it. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from action. The more you take steps toward your reinvention, the more evidence you gather that you are, in fact, capable. Self-sabotage is another powerful force that can derail your transformation. It often happens when you are on the verge of a breakthrough. Just as things start to improve, you find yourself slipping back into old habits, making excuses, or creating unnecessary drama. This is because deep down, your subconscious mind may not fully accept your new identity yet. If you've always seen yourself as someone who struggles, your mind may resist becoming someone who thrives. If you've been conditioned to believe that success requires struggle, you may unconsciously make things harder for yourself than they need to be. To break the cycle of self-sabotage, you must become radically self-aware. Pay attention to patterns in your behavior. Do you procrastinate when you're close to achieving something meaningful? Do you downplay your successes or shrink yourself around others? Do you engage in negative self-talk just as you start making progress? Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. One of the most effective ways to overcome self-sabotage is reprogramming your subconscious mind. Your subconscious operates based on repetition and emotional intensity, which means that to override old limiting beliefs, you must repeatedly expose yourself to new empowering beliefs. This can be done through affirmations, repeating statements like, "I am worthy of success," "I fully embrace my transformation," and "I deserve to thrive," daily. Visualization, seeing yourself as your new identity every day, imagining how you move, think, and feel. Journaling, writing about your progress, self-discoveries, and new beliefs to reinforce them. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. Consuming books, podcasts, and conversations that align with your new identity. Another powerful tool for overcoming resistance is self-compassion. Many people become frustrated when they fall back into old patterns, feeling like they've failed. But reinvention is not a straight line. It is a process. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and struggles. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. When you stumble, instead of criticizing yourself, remind yourself, this is part of the process. I am learning and growing every day. Resistance will always exist when you are leveling up, but it does not have to control you. The key is to expect it, understand it, and move through it with awareness. When you recognize that resistance is a natural part of transformation, you take away its power. True reinvention happens when you refuse to let fear, doubt, or old conditioning hold you back. You are not just changing what you do. You are changing how you see yourself, how you think, and how you show up in the world. And once you break free from resistance, you unlock a level of personal power and transformation that most people never reach. You are capable of extraordinary change, and the only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't. The moment you let go of that belief, you step into limitless potential, and that is where true reinvention begins. Chapter 12. The Infinite Evolution. Reinventing Yourself for Life. Reinvention is not a destination, it is a lifelong process. Many people see transformation as a one-time event, a moment where they finally become the person they've always wanted to be. But the truth is, growth never stops. Reinvention is not just about becoming a better version of yourself. It's about continuously evolving into new, greater versions of yourself over time. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop truly living. Think about the most successful, fulfilled, and impactful people in history. They didn't just reinvent themselves once and then settle. They constantly expanded their vision, refined their mindset, and adapted to new challenges. They understood that life is not static. It is always changing, and those who embrace change are the ones who thrive. If you want to truly master the art of reinvention, you must adopt the mindset of infinite evolution. The belief that there is always another level to reach, another lesson to learn, and another transformation waiting to unfold. The biggest mistake people make after achieving a personal transformation is becoming too comfortable. They make significant progress. Maybe they've developed new habits, advanced in their career, or built confidence, and then they stop pushing themselves. But comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're not careful, the same comfort that once felt like an achievement can become a prison, keeping you from reaching your next level. To stay in a state of reinvention, you must continuously challenge yourself to grow beyond your current limits. One of the most effective ways to sustain lifelong reinvention is to set new and evolving goals. When you reach one milestone, don't stop. Ask yourself, what's next? If you've achieved financial stability, maybe your next challenge is giving back and mentoring others. If you've developed confidence, maybe your next step is stepping into leadership. If you've mastered one skill, maybe it's time to learn something entirely new. Every phase of life offers an opportunity for reinvention. Another essential part of lifelong reinvention is remaining curious and open-minded. Many people become stuck because they develop rigid beliefs about who they are and what they are capable of. But the most successful people approach life with a mindset of curiosity. They are always learning, always questioning, always seeking new perspectives. The more you expand your knowledge, experiences, and understanding of the world, the more opportunities for reinvention will reveal themselves. Equally important is embracing failure as a stepping stone to reinvention. Many people resist change because they fear making mistakes. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every mistake, setback, and challenge holds valuable lessons that can guide you to the next version of yourself. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, reframe it as something to embrace. Ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn? How can this make me stronger? How can I use this to grow? When you shift your mindset in this way, nothing can stop your evolution. Lifelong reinvention also requires letting go of old versions of yourself. As you grow, you will outgrow certain mindsets, habits, and even relationships. Many people struggle with change because they are emotionally attached to their past identity. But if you want to keep evolving, you must be willing to release anything that no longer aligns with your future self. This doesn't mean forgetting your past. It means honoring it, learning from it, and then moving forward without being chained to it. One of the most powerful ways to stay in a state of reinvention is to regularly challenge your own beliefs and assumptions. Ask yourself, what beliefs do I currently hold that may be limiting me? What fears am I still allowing to control my decisions? Where am I staying comfortable when I should be pushing myself? How can I make the next chapter of my life even more extraordinary? By asking these questions consistently, you ensure that you never fall into stagnation. You train yourself to constantly seek growth, rather than waiting for life to force you into change. Surrounding yourself with other people who are committed to growth is also a crucial part of lifelong reinvention. If you are surrounded by people who are stuck in the past, resistant to change, or fearful of taking risks, their mindset will influence you. On the other hand, if you regularly engage with ambitious, forward-thinking, and growth-oriented individuals, their energy will push you to keep evolving. Your environment is either pulling you back or propelling you forward. Choose wisely. The most important realization about lifelong reinvention is this: you are never finished. There is no final version of you, only endless possibilities of who you can become. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. Instead, embrace the mindset that every day is an opportunity to evolve. There is always a new skill to master, a new challenge to conquer, and a new way to improve yourself. You are a masterpiece in progress, and the work of art that is your life will never be complete. True reinvention is not about reaching a final destination. It's about falling in love with the process of growth itself. It's about continuously exploring, refining, and expanding who you are. As long as you are alive, you have the power to keep evolving, keep growing, and keep reinventing yourself. The only question is, who do you want to become next? Chapter 13. The Legacy of Reinvention, Leaving Your Mark on the World. Reinvention is not just about transforming your own life. It's about creating an impact that extends beyond yourself. True transformation is not measured only by personal success, but by the mark you leave on others, the influence you have on the world, and the legacy you build over time. Every great leader, visionary, and change-maker in history has undergone deep personal reinvention, and through their transformation, they have inspired, empowered, and shaped the lives of others. Many people spend their lives chasing success, wealth, and personal achievements, but few stop to ask, what will I leave behind? How will my reinvention serve something greater than myself? While personal growth is essential, the ultimate form of reinvention is when your transformation becomes a catalyst for others' growth as well. When you rise, you create a ripple effect, influencing the people around you, family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers who witness your journey. The first step in building a legacy through reinvention is to understand your unique impact. Every person has a unique set of talents, experiences, and perspectives that can serve a greater purpose. Ask yourself, what lessons have I learned that could help others? What skills or knowledge can I share? How can my personal growth contribute to something bigger than myself? Your reinvention is not just about you, it is about who you can become for others. Whether it's through mentorship, leadership, teaching, creativity, or simply inspiring through your actions, you have the ability to shape lives in ways you may not even realize. A major part of leaving a legacy is leading by example. People don't just listen to what you say, they observe how you live. If you embody courage, resilience, and authenticity, you become a source of inspiration to those who need it. If you show others that reinvention is possible, even in the face of adversity, you become a living testament to transformation. Your story could be the reason someone else doesn't give up. Another way to solidify your legacy is through creating something lasting. This could be through writing, art, business, community work, or any form of contribution that outlives you. Many of the most influential figures in history have left behind books, ideas, or movements that continue to inspire generations long after they are gone. You don't have to be famous to create a legacy. You simply have to be willing to share what you've learned in a way that benefits others. But legacy is not just about what you leave behind after you're gone. It's about how you live every single day. Many people think of legacy as something distant, something that happens at the end of life. But the truth is, you are building your legacy right now, in this very moment. Every interaction you have, every choice you make, every way you treat others, it all adds up to the impact you leave on the world. One of the most meaningful ways to extend your reinvention into legacy is through empowering others. When you grow, help others grow with you. Share knowledge, support others in their journeys, and create opportunities for people to rise. The most fulfilling reinventions are those that do not just benefit the individual, but uplift entire communities. Equally important is breaking generational cycles. Many people grow up with limiting beliefs, unhealthy patterns, or struggles that have been passed down through generations. When you choose to reinvent yourself, when you decide to break free from fear, mediocrity, or self-doubt, you are not just changing your own life. You are rewriting the future for those who come after you. Whether it's your family, your children, or your community, your reinvention can be the turning point that shifts the course of history. At the same time, legacy requires humility and continuous learning. No matter how much you evolve, there will always be room to grow. The greatest leaders are also the greatest students. The more you learn, the more you can give. The more you listen, the more you can understand. The more you challenge yourself, the more you inspire others to do the same. One of the most important aspects of building a meaningful legacy is integrity. The world is full of people who achieve external success but lack true character. A real legacy is built not just on what you accomplish, but on who you are as a person. Are you kind? Are you honest? Do you lift others up instead of tearing them down? Do you lead with authenticity and courage? These are the things that people will remember long after material achievements fade. Reinvention is not just about changing. It's about contributing. It's about taking everything you've learned, everything you've overcome, and using it to make the world a little better than it was before. Your legacy is not just what you do. It's the lives you touch, the perspectives you shift, and the impact you leave behind. And the best part? You don't have to wait until you've arrived to start building your legacy. You can start right now. You can start by being the kind of person who inspires change, who encourages others, and who dares to live fully and fearlessly. Because when you dedicate your life to continuous reinvention, you are not just transforming yourself, you are shaping the future for generations to come. Chapter 14. The courage to step into the unknown. Reinvention requires many things: self-awareness, discipline, commitment. But above all, it requires courage. The courage to leave behind what no longer serves you. The courage to embrace change, even when it feels uncomfortable. The courage to step into the unknown, even when you have no guarantees. Without courage, reinvention remains just an idea, a dream that never materializes. But the moment you choose courage over fear, you unlock the door to endless possibilities. Most people stay stuck in the same cycles, not because they lack the ability to change, but because they are afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of judgment, afraid of the uncertainty that comes with transformation. This fear is natural. It is the mind's way of trying to keep you safe. But what many people don't realize is that the comfort zone is not actually safe. It is just familiar. Staying where you are, refusing to evolve, and settling for less than you are capable of is one of the greatest risks you can take. Fear of the unknown is one of the most powerful obstacles to reinvention. The human brain craves predictability, and when we step into something new, whether it's a new career, a new mindset, or a new way of living, we lose the sense of control that familiarity provides. This is why many people sabotage their own growth. They long for transformation, but the uncertainty that comes with it feels overwhelming. But here's the truth. Everything you want in life exists beyond what you already know. If you only stick to the familiar, you will only achieve what you've already experienced. To truly reinvent yourself, you must learn how to befriend uncertainty. Instead of seeing the unknown as something to fear, start viewing it as a space of infinite possibility. Ask yourself, what if the unknown holds something better than I ever imagined? What if this change leads me to an extraordinary version of myself? What if instead of fearing uncertainty, I start trusting myself to handle whatever comes my way? Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward despite the fear. Many people wait until they feel ready before they make a change. They think, I'll start when I feel more confident. I'll take action when I have all the answers. I'll commit when the timing is perfect. But readiness is a myth. The truth is, you will never feel fully ready for big transformations. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from taking action. The only way to truly prepare for change is to step into it before you feel ready. One of the most powerful ways to develop courage is to practice taking bold action, even in small ways. You don't have to change your entire life overnight, but you can start training yourself to step outside of your comfort zone regularly. Try something new that challenges you, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, taking a solo trip, or learning a new skill. Make a decision quickly instead of over-analyzing and delaying out of fear. Say yes to an opportunity that excites you, but also scares you. These small acts of courage create momentum. Over time, your comfort zone expands, and what once felt terrifying becomes second nature. Another essential part of stepping into the unknown is trusting yourself. Many people seek reassurance from others before making a big change. They ask for endless opinions, waiting for someone to confirm that they're making the right choice. But true reinvention requires self-trust, the ability to listen to your own intuition and believe in your own ability to figure things out. Instead of asking, "What if this doesn't work?" start telling yourself, "No matter what happens, I will handle it." Because you will. Courage also requires detaching from external validation. Many people fear reinvention because they are afraid of what others will think. They worry about judgment, criticism, or disappointing those around them. But here's the truth. You are not responsible for other people's opinions of you. You are responsible for your own growth, happiness, and fulfillment. If you let fear of judgment dictate your choices, you will live a life designed for others, not for yourself. At the same time, courage means accepting the reality of failure and still moving forward. Every journey of reinvention comes with setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world are not those who never failed, but those who refuse to let failure stop them. Every failure contains a lesson, every mistake holds wisdom, and every setback is an opportunity to build resilience. Instead of fearing failure, start seeing it as a stepping stone to success. One of the biggest realizations you will have on your journey of reinvention is that you are stronger than you think. The challenges you fear, you can handle them. The doubts you have, you can overcome them. The unknown that scares you, you can navigate it. Every time you choose courage over fear, you build proof that you are capable. And the more proof you build, the more unstoppable you become. So if you are standing at the edge of a new beginning, if you feel the pull to reinvent yourself, but are hesitating because of fear, this is your sign to take the leap. Not because you have all the answers, not because you feel ready, but because deep down you know you are meant for more. The greatest version of yourself is waiting for you on the other side of fear. All you have to do is step forward. Reinvention is not just about improving your habits, shifting your mindset, or making a career change. It is about fundamentally reshaping who you are and who you are capable of becoming. It is about recognizing that you are not bound by your past, your current circumstances, or the limitations that society or your own mind have placed upon you. You are limitless. Throughout this book, you have explored the deep, transformative process of reinvention, unearthing your passions, crafting a vision, breaking old habits, mastering resilience, refining self-presentation, and stepping into a new identity. You have learned how to sustain transformation, overcome resistance, and push past fear. Most importantly, you have discovered that reinvention is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of evolution. The truth is, you are never done. Reinvention is not about arriving at a perfect version of yourself. It's about committing to lifelong growth and transformation. There will always be new levels to reach, new lessons to learn, and new versions of yourself waiting to emerge. The key is to embrace change, not resist it. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start fading into stagnation. But as long as you are willing to keep evolving, you will continue to create, achieve, and experience life in deeper and more meaningful ways. Many people wait for permission to change. They wait for the right time, the perfect moment, or for someone to tell them it's okay to pursue their dreams. But reinvention does not require permission. It requires action. You are the only one who can decide when it's time to step into the next version of yourself. And that time is now. There will be challenges. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But remember, every great transformation comes with struggle. Every powerful reinvention requires resilience. Every extraordinary life is built on the willingness to step into the unknown. The greatest mistake you can make is believing that you have to be ready before you start. You don't have to be ready. You just have to begin. And as you move forward, always remember, you are not your past. Every day, you have the power to create a new future. You are stronger than you think. Any challenge you face, you can overcome. You are capable of incredible transformation. The only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to break. The world does not need more people playing small, staying stuck, or living in fear of change. The world needs more people who are willing to step into their power, reinvent themselves, and create something extraordinary. So ask yourself, who do I want to become? What legacy do I want to leave? What future am I willing to create? And then go build it. Because your reinvention starts the moment you decide it does.